Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming live from Crossville, Tennessee. Sorry, I had to look again. I get really bad at remembering where I am. No, hang on. We're going to rephrase that. I am getting better. My memory is getting better and better every day in every way. Okay, so how were your challenges today? How did you get on with those? Did you get a chance to sit and just breathe and then do some subconscious writing? Always fun to do that. I didn't get a chance to do that. I fell asleep instead. I had a nap instead. I sat down to do it, but I just fell asleep. Business, LinkedIn profiles. How did you get on with that? I got mine updated a little bit. I went and made some connections, sent some messages, joined a few genealogy groups, had to browse at the ones that let me in straight away, and just had... It's amazing how much information is actually on LinkedIn. I know it's a business platform, but still, it was amazing how much information was actually there, and had a lot of time, spent a lot of time in there, looking around and digging deeper and having a look at things, and yeah, it was quite cool. And then how did you get on with your housework? I had fun. Just put the music on, dance, clean. It's that simple. That's all I did. Just put some tunes on, danced around. The dog kind of gets excited now when we dance. So if I stand there and if I put my palms up, where she can get them, she'll put her paws into my hands and just stand there. Although she's kind of learning to go backwards a little bit and then come forward a little bit. She's still learning that. But then she gets down on all fours and her back end's going like crazy. And so I'll start walking towards her so she steps back. So we're kind of teaching her that way. And then when I walk forward, I'm trying to get her to come with me. So we're still working on that. I'll get my dog dancing yet. But I had some fun just putting the tunes on, getting some cleaning done. So that was good. Then, like I said, I spent some time on LinkedIn, made some good connections and things. I was on a LinkedIn training session yesterday, and they gave us a 7-day challenge to get in there and make connections and send people messages, just to start conversations. And so that was really cool to get that done today. And got some strange replies from a couple of them. It was a little weird. I wouldn't have thought that just saying what I said would bring them back with these weird conversations. So it was kind of interesting. And then today I went to put this is my trusty visor that I have had for... So I got it before Brad had cancer, so that was January 2008. So I probably got it about 2 or 3 years before he was diagnosed with cancer. And I put it on this morning, and I heard this pop. And I went, ooh, what happened? And what happened is it broke. And this visor, like I said, I've had it for like 12, 15 years. Yeah, 12 years back to 2008, so 14, 15 years I've had it that long, and snapped it, right, yeah, hang on, right here, there's a snap right there, and I did wear it out when I went walking this morning because it's good, because it gives I've used this like consistently since I've been in the RV. I use it when I'm driving because it keeps the sun out of my eyes. And the cool thing about this one is that it's got the break in the middle back here, so I can actually slide it under my hair, so it lifts my hair off my forehead, and keeps it out of my eyes. It's great. In the evenings when I go for walks and stuff, even in the morning whenever I go out for a walk, I have it on as well because it keeps my hair out of my eyes. It also acts as an extra sunshade too, depending on the angle of the sun as well. But I went out for a walk with it this morning, but because of where it's broken, it was like burrowing into my head, and I was like, eek. So I can't, so I broke it. So now I have to go find me a new one. And I love this one because it's comfortable. It was, it's like that comfy baseball cap, I guess. I can't wear caps. If I wear caps, I get too hot up here. So that's why I like these visors. I have another visor, but it's got a solid strap that goes around it. So you can't put it on the same way you put this on. It looks different. It feels different. The hair gets trapped underneath it. It gets hot and ugh. But that one there, I have all my road trips so far in the RV, almost 10,000 miles. Almost 10,000 miles we've done in the RV so far. Hang on, 9,000, hang on. I'm over 30,000 on the clock. So we're closing in on 9,000. Yeah, we're closing in on 10,000 done over 8,000 in this. Yeah, we're closing in on 9,000 miles. So that visor I basically wear all the time when I'm driving. It just helps cut the glare down a little bit when I'm driving, and a lot of times I don't need to wear my sunshades when I've got the visor on. So now I got to go find me a new visor when I go get on the road on Monday. So I'm sort of like, so, you know, for as long as I've had it, it has done really, really well. But to hear that thing go snap, I was like, no. So, yeah, it's been a good visor. 14 years, 13, 14 years. Yeah. I was annoyed because I got it when I got my golf clubs. So, and I can't remember when I got my golf clubs because it was named after one of the golfers, the female golfers. So, and yes, for those of you who don't know, I do own a set of golf clubs. And yes, I have taken lessons. And I haven't been on the golf course since just before Brad got diagnosed with cancer. So I haven't been on the golf course in 12 years. It's been that long since I've swung a golf club, at least over 12 years, because that was January of 2008 when he got diagnosed. So it's been a while since I've swung a golf club, but I do own a set of golf clubs. Also have a set of customized golf clubs that Brad had made for him for his height, because he was 6'5". So, yeah. But so the death of a visor. I now got to get me a new one. Then, while we're out walking this morning, it was really cute. I had these two little boys that are so cute, and one of them reminded me of my youngest brother. Two little African-American boys. One of them reminded me of this younger brother because his hair looked like my younger brother's did when he was little. And he was just so cute and adorable, and they had these beautiful smiles on them. And they saw me go out, and they're staying in an RV just up the road from us, across the street from us. And so I took I took Zeffie down to the trees just down here where they've got the pet walk area. And she was doing her thing, and they came up and they said, "Excuse me, ma'am, may we pet your dog?" It was so polite. And I was like, jeepers. It's not often you get kids this polite, but I've noticed that, and when I'm in camping grounds, the kids are a lot more politer than kids that you just see running through stores and stuff. Because kids will bang into you when you're walking through the stores and things, and they don't apologize or anything. They just bang into you and keep going. Whereas any kids I have met while being in a campground have been polite. They've, especially when it comes to Zeffie, they stand well back, and they go, and they always say, "Excuse me, ma'am." And I'm kind of getting used to this ma'am thing, or excuse me. They always say, "Excuse me," or "Excuse me, ma'am, may we pet your dog?" Or "Can we please pet your dog?" So polite. And I'm just sort of like, absolutely. I said, just let me get her under control first, because Zeffie likes to gets excited when she sees kids. She loves kids. And so she gets all excited. The back end's going. She's trying to jump up on them. So half the time I end up picking her up and holding her under my arm so that they can pet her, because they don't get the concept of kneeling down and allowing Zeffie, because if they're kneeling down, then Zeffie won't jump up at them. So some kids, when they're the older ones, I can tell just kneel down, but these were two little kids. They were probably about maybe 4 and 7, somewhere around there, but cute little, so cute. And so I held her up there, and Zeffie all of a sudden did this great big wiggle, and the next thing I know, she's on the ground. Her harness is in my hands, and I sort of like looked at the harness. Zeffie's like standing there shaking herself like, what the heck just happened? I quickly reached down, grab her by the collar, and then kneel down next to her and just held on to her. And I actually held on to her with one hand. I had a leg up against her and held on to her with one hand, and she just stood there. She didn't try to get away. And I was like, this has come a long way, because the moment in the past where her leash has been let go, or she's popped out of her harness in any way, shape, or form, she's taken off. Like, it's been instantaneous. She just stood there, and I was just like amazed. So I'm trying to hang on to this dog, and these boys are still like, I said, I just need to get her harness back on her. And I'm like, how did you get out of that? And the boys are laughing. And I said, how did you get out of that? And Zeffie just stands there and just looks at me like, well. And these two little boys are sort of like, thank you very much and have a good day. And I was like, you have a good day too. And off they went. And I managed to get while holding Zeffie with one hand, I managed to get her harness back on her and get her buckled up and tightened up the side straps and stuff. Because this harness is a little on the big side for her, but the next size down is too small, is just too small for her. In fact, I don't even know if the next size down would even fit her anymore, because that was when she wasn't as big as she is now. She was just like a couple of inches shorter than she is now. But yeah, so we almost had the Great Escape today. But Zeffie was really good, and I kept telling her how proud I was of her for staying there and not trying to struggle and get away once I held on to her. She just stood there and let me put the harness back on her, and didn't try to get away, which was amazing. So she's learning, which is cool. That's awesome. And then we took her over to the big dog walk area, which is across the other side of the park, and walked around there. And I must remember to take over the 30-foot lead with me so I can let her run it a little bit on that. But yeah, I was so proud of her. We almost had a Great Escape today, and she just stood there instead of running off. So I was so proud of my little girl. So those were the kind of the highlights of the day. I had these, cute little kids. They were so cute. And then later on, they walked past us while we were over at the other one, and the bigger brother had the little brother on his back. It was so cute to see. I love it when the big siblings take care of the little siblings. I love seeing that. But they are over, like I said, across the road in the RV, and I saw them later on putting the bikes into the back of the pickup truck and the family piling into the pickup truck, and they went off. So obviously they were going to go biking, somewhere to go biking, which was kind of cool. So keep thinking I might get a bike. Keep thinking, but then I'm sort of like, if I get a push bike, somebody could eat, and I take Zeffie with me on the push bike, then she might just lurch off to the side. So, and I know you can get those bars which are designed to have dogs, so your dogs will run next to you on that, but I still don't want her lurching. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe I'll get like one of those adult trikes, because then I can put a basket on the back, and I could cycle down to a grocery store, put stuff in the basket and bring it back, and I can still have her running next to me around campgrounds and things as well. And then at times I can even put her in the basket as well, so have the basket big enough that I can put her in there and somehow strap her in so she can't jump out, although she will try. Okay, so now to the caption contest. Oh, hang on, I gotta refresh the screen here. When I last looked, I had 4 names, all with, let's see if we have any updates. 4 names, all with equal reactions. So what I've done is I've put them into a wheel. There's this really cool app there's this really cool website you can go to where you can, okay, so we've still got the 4 people. So there's a really cool website you can go to where you can do like drawing a name out of a hat, but it spins a wheel. So what I've done is I put the 4 people, which is why I was a little late on, I put the 4 people's names into the wheel twice. And so let's go through so you guys can see this. Okay, so here's the picture. She was so funny with this thing. The first time she saw these statues, she tried to look like she was wanting to play with them and engage them, and she couldn't understand why they weren't responding to her. It was so funny. I wish I had a video of that, but not this time. So we've got Camilla here with 2, with I smell bacon. I know they're frying bacon over there, which is kind of cute. I've got Jeanette with Listen Up Troops, which is a cool one. Then I got another Jeanette with Be Very Quiet, Be Very, Very Quiet, I'm Hunting Rabbits. And then I think there's another one down here. Yeah, Susie, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And thank you, Susie. I've had that song in my head since you put that there yesterday. I keep singing it all over the place. So we've got 4 pairs, and I thought I can't do 4 first place prizes. So what I'm going to do is over here, this is this really cool thingy. See, Wheel of Names. Wheel of Names. You type the names in over here, and you can see I've put everybody's name. The 4 people, I've put their names in twice. Just so they make it smaller thingies. So let's give her a spin and see who wins. Jeanette Sparks. So congratulations, Jeanette. Yay! We will be in contact with you. We'll send you a Facebook message to let you know that you've won if you're not watching this. And we will also we'll be in touch with you to see whether you want the personalized coffee mug or the personalized journal, knowing that the journal could be a couple of weeks away because they're out of stock right now and they've got new stock coming. So we can still do the personalized photo, the personalized mugs, so we can put whatever photo you want on the coffee mug or on the front of the journal. We can put memes on there, we can put quotes on there, we could just fill it up with words if you want, just have your name on it, nothing else. So we will be in contact with you about that. And so yeah, so I like that wheel thing. I'm gonna use that again. I'm gonna have to mark that. Just writing names down. Mark that website so I can use it again. I saw it being used on a webinar I was on a while ago where it had a whole bunch of names on it, and they spun the wheel to see who won. So it's a great way of drawing names out of a hat. I like that. So yeah, that's congratulations, Jeanette Sparks. I'll be in contact with you, and that's it from us for today, for Saturday. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to go get changed and take the DOG for WALK. She's looking out the window. I don't know what has her attention, but she hasn't moved. Oh, now she's moving. She's moving because I said she hasn't moved. So whatever there was out the window has now gone because she's now shifted her focus. Anyway, that's it from us for today. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow morning with your challenges of the day. He konera.